G'day guys, welcome back. So in my last video I did the swipe with the bloom technique pouring medium, and I'm gonna do the bloom technique, where you blow it. I'm gonna try. As I said, I've only been doing that today. I started this morning, so I've gone through so much white paint, the pillow paint. I'm gonna have to go back to the hardware store and get another can. Okay, so as I said in the previous video, I just sort of followed what everyone else was doing and went and bought these paints, and I got the wrong paints. It didn't work. So I did Shelee's course, which I would advise you doing, and then you'll know what to buy. It was cheaper for me to do her course than it was for me to buy all the wrong paint. So there you go. Now this is just an interior house paint that I'm using. So got that nice big puddle there. I have got some paints here. I went and bought the quite a few of the Jo Sonia's paints because they're a nice highly pigmented paint, so they hopefully should work well. I haven't tried any other brands of paint, so we shall see. Now in here I just have the pouring medium, which is it is interior gloss paint, just a untinted. As I said, if you need to know exactly what they're all called, do what I did. Take Shelee's class, and then you can go and buy the right paint. So I'm going to put 2 little scoops on each. So this is the untinted house paint. Like, it's not a white paint, it's untinted. And then it's mixed with gloss varnish. And then it's mixed with my paints. So I'm actually going sort of darkest to lightest here. Just put a little bit on each. You don't need a lot of paint. It's quite a thick mix. Thicker than what I would use for my flip cup pours, that's for sure. I'm still working on the consistency. The pours that I did this morning, but I didn't video, they were a slightly different consistency. I added less pouring medium. But the Jo Sonia's paints are quite thin, so I don't know, if you use less pouring medium, I think your mix is going to be thinner, because the pouring medium is thicker than the actual paint. So if you use less pouring medium with more paint, you're going to have a thinner mix, aren't you? And if you use more pouring medium, which is thicker compared to your paint, you'll have a thicker mix. And then there's the cell activator, which goes on top, which is just Floetrol and titanium white paint. That's all it is. So that's pretty easy, eh? Put a little bit there. Now I've tried blowing, and I've got to tell you, I suck at blowing. The first time I did it, it flew back at me and hit me in the face. I got such a fright. I've tried all different ways. Today I'm going to try this little gadget here, the world's smallest blower. You just push that. And it just plugs in. I've got a plug over there. It's like a USB, plugs into it. So let's try it. Turn it on. And don't put my fingers over the vent. I'm just going to blow the white if I can. See, I don't want to make a dent. Usually I make a dent. I don't want to do that. Don't want to dent the paint. Okay, now My white has moved. Right, let's try again. Just try and blow the white across the others. That's what I'm trying to do. Maybe not with much success. Just wait for it to come back into the middle again. I guess you could use a straw. I've got these big bendy straws. You could always try that. Don't know whether that's any better, any worse. It's probably about the same, really. Yeah, as I said, I really don't know. I'm still learning. Let's see if I can give that white a bit of a blow and see if it doesn't get in my face. So just off camera for a sec. See, I'm just making a dent in the paint. Obviously, you can't get it right. Oh, no. Well, maybe it's my consistency that's not right. Maybe it's too thick. Maybe it's too thin. But I think I have the best success just blowing it lightly with this little blowing little dude. Just getting into the white with it. I'm kind of blowing the white over the top. Trying to get the white just to blow over the top of the other paints. Which is what I think I struggle to do. Because when I blow down, I'm making this big dent in it. Now I've got paint all over my little wire. Okay, let's put that out of the way for now. I'll just wait for that paint. It's so messy, I'll get covered in paint. We'll just wait for the paint to rush back into the center. Because I might have been doing a little bit too much blowing there. Because I did put some more white on and then blew it again. And also, this is a different size little tile. This is a 20 centimeter square tile. What's 20 centimeters in inches? Divided by 2.5. Not sure. Alright, let's see if this is moving yet. See, the middle doesn't want to move, so I've done it again. I've made a big dent in the middle. So the middle paint's kind of stuck. So normally the white paint sort of rushes back in underneath. I'm just going to give it a quick torch because I can see a few little bubbles here and there. Okay, now let's see if I can move it yet. I'm just going to, I'll move that out of the way because I don't want to get paint all over my wire because it's pain to clean. It's good just to sit your tile on or your little canvas, and as you can see there's no big push pins to hold on to, and these are little slippery suckers. You don't have to go over your corner. Sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of negative space, I think. And I'm still working on how much paint to use for this size tile. So I did, what, 2 blobs, 2 stirring stick blobs on each, didn't I? From what I can see, the white cell activator, or CA as it's aptly named, seems to be a little bit thinner than the rest of the paint. So go corner to corner, back to the middle, and then you can change direction. So the weight of the paint's in the middle, and then it's all going to head off that way. So I'm leaving some white because I've got quite a lot of paint on the surface. Again, I'm still practicing. I don't know how much paint to use yet. Is it just one blob from the stir stick? Is it 2 blobs from the stir stick? I don't really know. Make sure your corner's covered. Go back again. It's looking okay, you guys, considering I really stuffed up that blowing part, didn't I? And added more white. It's okay. Like, it's not by any means Shelley worthy, but it's Julie worthy. I put up my first pour, my first bloom pour today on my site, and this one woman said, "Oh, I thought you would have nailed it by now." And I'm thinking, geez, I only just started this morning. Give me a break. It's new. It's as new to me as it is to everybody else. I don't know how to do it either. Practice, practice, practice. So this one I layered the paints darkest to lightest. If you wanted to, you could go lightest to darkest. I'm just going to keep that little corner away as well, just so I can have a bit of white on each corner, because there's a lot of colour going on. I just think it's nice to have a little bit of negative space. Make sure your corners are all done, the edges. Oh, look at that, that's pretty good. It's pretty. I haven't got a lot of cell action happening. I've got some lacing. It's pretty. Like, it's certainly not spectacular like some of those that you see, but it's pretty. Like, it's probably one of the better ones that I've done. And I have scraped a few today, I can tell you that. I'll show you one of the ones that I did this morning. It's here, if I can get it. I didn't video it because I was still practicing, and I thought there's no point me showing you guys how to do something if I'm still learning. That's it there, the one I did this morning. I'm not sure if my cell activator is thick enough. See, my lacing's quite thin. Like, it's not really well defined, my lacing. So if you guys know, you can tell me, do I need to make the cell activator thicker to get the lacing more defined? I don't think it needs to be thinner, because it just disappears. I tried it thinner and it actually sunk on top of my puddles. Let's give that a quick torch. Sure, we got no bubbles there. So, and again, like, I put the white on top of that pale green, so I think you probably get a better effect maybe if you started with a light colour and went up darker and then put your white on top. But then you'd see a lot of blue. At the moment you see all this gorgeous lime mixed in with the white, and I think that's really stunning against the darker colours underneath, aren't they? So I like that, having a little bit of a darker base and a lighter top. And we'll just take you in for a close-up from up here, and then I'll take the camera down and have a little look. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I think that's my favourite from today. But yeah, it takes a lot of practice, and I think I'm still working out my consistency for the paint. But the colours are really, really bright. So you've got good definition of different colours there. You can see all the different colours. They haven't blended. And I've got some pretty lacing here. Lots of lacing, sort of spider webbing. So you can't really see that it's white, which is what I'm thinking. Maybe my cell activator on top was too thin because it just looks yellow or lime. It's mixed in with the lime, so it's kind of gone yellow. But those that know, what do you think? Do I need to make the cell activator a little bit thicker? Or maybe it's just because I had so much on there and, you know, I added more and more and more. I did a tiny little practice one just on here just to see what the colours were going to do. And I used that little blower. I haven't stretched it, but it started out looking really good. But then when I went up to this bigger one, yeah, maybe I've got too much paint. I'll try with one blob, because that's really pretty, isn't it? I'll try with one blob instead of two, because I just think maybe I've got too much paint on the surface. But yeah, it's still pretty, hey? And it's fun. Although I can just see me going through so much white paint for the pillow. I bought 4 litres yesterday and I've already gone through half of it. Alright, that'll be it. I'm going to go and have some dinner. Hope you've enjoyed that. Have a go. And I'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.